Hi, my name is Bill DiGiulio. On some of my other videos on my channel here, I discuss how to play within the harmonic changes of the song. In other words, you want to select, in your solo, you want to select notes that fit with the harmony that's going on at the moment, or what some people call the chord of the moment. Now, there are times when you don't want to do this. Sometimes we want to create harmonic tension by playing outside of the harmony of the chord of the moment. This creates some, like I said, some harmonic tension and adds a little bit of spice or a different kind of color to our solo. Many times in jazz we want to play strictly within the changes. Other times we want to step outside the boundaries of the harmony just to give it a little different color or a little different flavor. I'll discuss some easier techniques to do that. There are many techniques to do this, but I'll discuss a few that are easier to negotiate in the very beginning. Because one of the principles of this is we want to play temporarily outside the harmony without losing the sense of the solo or making it sound like we've lost our place in the song or we're playing wrong notes. So for example, whatever we play harmonically, or whatever we play melodically, I should say, must make sense to the listener, even if it goes outside the changes. And I'll talk about how we can do that. This first technique is called side slipping. And what we're actually going to be doing is playing some kind of a pattern and moving it up a half step or down a half step chromatically and then back up to the original pattern. So what we do is on our quote-unquote harmonic road, we're taking a slight detour and then getting back on the road. This would give us just a slight bit of dissonance, which will add a little spice to the solo. So for example, if I'm playing a pattern like, for example, this, I can just move it up a half step and then move it back down. That can work descending also. I can play now this works because the ear locks onto patterns in music melodically. So if I'm playing some kind of pattern, melodic pattern, even if it's outside the normal changes of the song, the ear will still make sense of it and it will still be musically understandable to the listener. Another way to make this even more powerful is to use the same technique but resolve to a chord tone at the end of the pattern. So for example, if I'm playing something like so notice I resolve to a chord tone on a strong beat. That makes it even more powerful because not only do we have the pattern making sense to the listener, by resolving to a chord tone, it really makes this sound like we're locking in with the changes, even though we took a little bit of outside harmonic interest and then got back in. I'll demonstrate this in a progression. I'll take the progression to the song Impressions and use this side slipping to get temporarily out of the harmony and then back in quickly. So notice I incorporated a couple examples of side slipping there. And the crucial thing here is the sense of timing. We want to try to land back into the chord on a downbeat often. So we lock back in with the changes after our slight excursion outside the harmony of the chord. Now this can be extended to create even more tension. I can use the same principle of pattern recognition. I can create some kind of pattern and start moving it by an interval. Like I can move it chromatically, I can move it by half step, by whole steps, by minor thirds, basically by any interval. But I want to again try to resolve it to a chord tone to make it sound again like I'm locking back into the changes. I'll demonstrate this. So for example, if I'm in D minor, I can take a pattern like so notice I'm landing on a chord tone to really lock back into the harmony and make it clear what's happening. I'll demonstrate this and using the same progression. So that would be an example of playing a sequence outside the changes to the song and then returning back into the harmony at usually at a cadence point, just to create a little bit of tension. Now I'll use this technique within the song progression. I'll use the changes to the standard My Favorite Things. I'll take 4 choruses on the song, and what I'll be doing is controlling the amount of dissonance or tension in each of the choruses I'll take. First chorus will be fairly consonant. I'll stick mainly with chord tones and notes within the mode or scale of the chord at the moment. Then second chorus, I'll do a little bit of side slipping and incorporate a little more tension by using some altered tones. Then the third and fourth chorus, I'll start to use some of the chromatic progressions and stepping outside the harmony to create even more tension. And the longer I play those patterns, the more harmonically I stretch out and more tension I create. So I can plan my solo to use more harmonic tension as the solo progresses, which will give the solo a sense of building or a sense of development over the course of it. So again, I'll play 4 choruses, first one being fairly constant, and then getting more outside as the solo progresses. So that would be an example of using side slipping and chromatic motion of patterns to step outside the harmony of the song and then get back in to create some harmonic tension. As I said, there's some other techniques you can use to create a similar kind of temporarily atonal effect. The sax player George Garzone has a system that he uses that uses superimposed triads. So you can search his website. He has some videos available that discuss that. But there are quite a few other ways to create harmonic tension in your playing. These are just a few that you might be able to incorporate a little bit easier into your playing. They still naturally take a sense of timing. So even if you're going outside the changes, you have to time it so that you land back into the harmony at a cadence point. So that makes it really sound like you're feeling the changes to the song and outlining the form of the song as well. Okay, by doing it haphazardly, again, it's going to sound like you're losing the sense of the changes or playing wrong notes. So practicing the sense of timing is crucial in making this effect work. I hope this has been of some help. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section of the video. And again, thanks for watching. Have a great day.